Welcome back, everybody. It's the Brady Farkas Show right here on this Monday on WDEV, AM and FM, and WDEVradio.com. Very, very excited to be joined by our guest. It's Cameron Artis-Payne, who formerly played with the Carolina Panthers in the NFL. Now a running back with the Montreal Alouettes of the CFL, first team All-SEC at Auburn back in the day. Cameron, I appreciate you being with us. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me.
Well, I appreciate you being with us, and I really want your perspective on Cam Newton at the outset because we saw him this year in Foxborough. He was your old teammate back with the Panthers. What was your experience like of playing with Cam?
I had a great experience playing with Cam. He's a great leader, obviously a great player. Just all around fun time having him as a quarterback. Brings the team together. Real good dude.
You know, we saw him, and I echo your sentiment. It seems like a great leader, and the players loved him. Was he always that way, or do you think it's something that he continued to grow and get better at as he matured in his career and got older?
From what I understand, he always been that way. All the guys that I know that played with him at Auburn had the same stuff to say about him, and some of the guys that were even at Florida with him. And I knew a couple guys from Blend that went to Blend with him. Pretty much everybody got the same experience, so seems to be that's his personality.
You know, and it's no knock on Tom Brady, but Brady was not known as a guy who was great with rookies or young players. Just didn't really seem to have time for developing those guys. But Cam really connected with young players. When you were a young player and a rookie in Carolina, what was Cam like with you as part of your development?
He was major as part of my development. He came and got me, I think, my second day in Charlotte, and pretty much went over the whole playbook with me, taught me everything, showed me a bunch of restaurants and all that type of stuff. And that might have been an Auburn connection because I don't even know how he got my number, honestly. But I mean, it was great for all young player developments, and he treated everybody equally, whether you were the first round draft pick or undrafted rookie free agent. So, I mean, can't say enough about the guy.
And you guys were really playing well in Carolina, and Cam was a major part of it. When Cam is at his best, what does the offense look like? Because we certainly didn't see an offense that was necessarily real conducive to Cam's strengths this year. When Cam's playing well, what's the offense look like?
I mean, honestly, he can do it all, man. The major key for him is being fully healthy and having time to integrate himself with the playbook. The Patriots playbook is, well, I don't want to say overly complicated, but it's very detailed. So for him to not have a full off season with it, training camps modified with everything going on with the virus, and I just don't feel like he had enough time with it. But I think if he's back there next year, you'll see a major improvement from him within the offense, and it's another year for him to get healthy. He was able to stay away from any major injuries, which is hard for him to do in the later parts of his career at Carolina.
You know, I agree with you. I think if Cam's back, he's going to be a lot better next year as well. The biggest question is, like you said, if he's healthy. You were there with him in Carolina in 2018 when his shoulder was really ailing him. When he came back, did you notice, or when he was hurt, did you notice a major difference in how he was throwing the ball?
Yeah, you could tell a difference when he was hurt versus when he was healthy. There's a major difference, I honestly. But he tried to fight through it and continue to go out there and play for the team. But I mean, in this business, it's weird because you can go out there, you can play, and if you play well, then it's all well and good. If you play bad, then that's what they assume you are, whether you hurt or not. So, I mean, like I used to tell some rookies, man, it just depends on who you are. But if you're a guy that, you're pretty sure going to be on a roster, second, third round draft pick type of dude, sometimes it serves you better to sit out and get healthy versus to try to push through it and play bad. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a weird business we're in.
Cameron Artis-Payne, running back with the Montreal Alouettes, formerly of the Carolina Panthers. He's here with us on WDEV. Last question on your time in Carolina. You get to the Super Bowl your rookie year, I believe it was, against Denver. I was at that Super Bowl week leading up to it. I wasn't at the game itself, but getting to the Super Bowl in your rookie year, what was that experience like?
It was a great experience. I took it for granted. I thought we were going back every year after
Yeah.
But it was great, man. I mean, like the ride that we went on, 15-1. And I mean, honestly, I just didn't think we would lose the game, in all honesty. But I mean, it was a great ride. I mean, not too many people get to go to a Super Bowl period in their lifetime. So for me to be able to experience that was great. Just wish we could have came out with a win.
The best story I remember from that Super Bowl kind of points to what you were saying about Cam is I found out that Cam used to go up to Graham Gano, the kicker, before every kick and say, little bit of pressure. And I was like, I just thought it was cool that Cam was talking to the kicker.
Oh, yeah. But Graham Gano is not your average kicker. He's probably one of the funniest guys on the team. So that is I think that's a difference from most kickers. But
I'm going to be talking about this in a little bit later on the show, the idea of veteran mentors. When you were coming up outside of Cam, who were some of those teammates that you leaned on to kind of showed you the ways in the NFL?
Mike Tolbert, Jonathan Stewart, Thomas Davis. Those were guys that took me under their wing, taught me a lot of different things about how the NFL work, how to be a professional. And then you watch guys like we had Julius Peppers in the locker room. I think my second or third year he got back, he came back, and you just see how to be a professional, how to go through things, how to do certain things. And those guys were instrumental in my growth and development.
You talk about the playbook and how hard it is to learn the Patriots playbook. We saw a lot of read option this year with Cam Newton. And you as a running back, how are there not more fumbles on the read option? Because Cam will stick that thing so far deep in the running back's belly and then pull it out. How do you even know? Do you ever have any idea when he's going to take it?
No idea. I mean, in all honesty, man, there's been some plays where it's not a read option and he ends up with the ball. So trust me, as a running back, you get used to it. You get a feel for when he's going to pull it and when he's not going to pull it. And I mean, you got to be prepared for some crazy stuff to happen when he's back there at quarterback.
When you are a guy who's blocking as a running back, what is it like when a quarterback takes off on you and starts running and you're looking back trying to figure out where he is? What is that feeling like when the quarterback's taking off and you're left out there blocking?
I mean, in all honesty, man, it's a weird feeling because you get leverage, you get leverage a certain way in blocking, especially with a guy like Cam or a guy like Deshaun Watson or some of these mobile quarterbacks that are in the NFL. You get a certain leverage on a guy. You get it, you're like, all right, I got him. Next thing you know, the guy is going towards the leverage that you had, and it's like, yo, what's going on? And then you look, and your quarterback is scrambling around you. You're trying to get a hold of a block. You're trying to make a good block. Trying not to get a penalty. It's exciting, and sometimes you catch yourself watching. Once they get past you and you can't really make a block or make a play, sometimes you catch yourself watching. And I mean, it's a great show. I mean, sometimes they bail you out. Sometimes you can miss a block, and you got a quarterback like Cam, Lamar Jackson, or one of those guys. They can get out of harm's way and end up throwing a 60-yard touchdown. So.
What is it like in football now to be a running back? We've seen the running back, maybe not the running game, but the running back devalued. Don't pick them in the first round, etc. 60 passes a game is not out of the ordinary anymore. What's it like to be a running back in today's football?
In today's football, to be a running back it's a weird time because running backs nowadays, I feel like I asked to do more, and for some reason we get devalued for doing more. I mean, your top receiver in NFL, great year, 120 passes.
Yeah,
that's a great year for a receiver. You'll ask a running back like Christian McCaffrey or like Alvin Kamara to catch in between 80 to 100 plus passes, plus run the ball 300 times. And for some reason, that's not looked at as great value. And I mean, you look at a guy like Christian McCaffrey, he 1,200 yards receiving, 1,200 yards rushing, another 1,000 something receiving.
Yeah, it's I've never liked the idea of the running back being devalued because I do think that they're incredibly important and incredibly versatile. How important is it for a running back now to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield? It's something that here with the Patriots, we've seen James White usually catches it, but doesn't usually run it. We've seen Sony Michel run it, but he doesn't usually catch it. And we'd like to find someone that can do both of those things.
Yeah, you definitely need to be able to do both. But nowadays, it seems like pass catching is is actually the more important tool. I mean, for your draft stock anyway. If you can catch the ball at the backfield and you're a good runner, you'll do fine. If you're a great runner and you're not great, you don't have great hands, then your draft stock could suffer. So, I mean, as a running back nowadays, man, the number one thing it seems to be is to be able to catch the ball at the backfield.
I will get you out of here on this, Cam. You go sign with the Montreal Alouettes. Season was off last year because of the coronavirus, but the Alouettes had a great year in 2019. I'm curious, what's it like to be what's it going to be like to be a running back in the CFL? Because when I think of the CFL, all I think of is passing. What's it like to be a running back in the CFL? Because all I think about is passing in that league.
I mean, honestly, CFL is a pass first league from what I understand about it. But I mean, in all honesty, man, I mean, I looked at it, man. It's a lot of guys that run for 1,000 yards. You got 18 games. You should be able to be productive as far as running the ball. But the CFL is a great place because, like I said, the way the game is transitioning now, the biggest thing is being able to catch the ball and be able to do something with it. So, I mean, I like the way the game is played in the CFL, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you as well with the Montreal Alouettes. Cameron Artis-Payne, formerly of the Carolina Panthers, now with the Alouettes, went to a Super Bowl in his rookie year, maybe a Grey Cup this year north of the border as well. So, Cameron, we appreciate the time. We'll do it again sometime.
All right. Sounds good, man. Thanks.